Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Tech Tejendra. We are now in the second part of our DevOps tutorial. In the first part, we have discussed the pipeline between Git and the Docker. Okay, so whatever source code we are pushing into the Git, so we have created a build pipeline at the Docker end, and here Docker will create the build and will create the image and will store it into the Docker image repository. Okay, now in the second part, we will discuss from the Docker. Now we will pull these images from the repositories, image repositories, and will create our applications inside the Kubernetes cluster as well as inside the OpenShift cluster. Okay, so what we are going to do here, once our latest image is available into the image repository. So here in this example, we are going to use two image repository. One is Docker Hub, another is the qa.io. Okay, so once our images are available, okay, so we are going to deploy into the two cluster environment. Okay, one is the Kubernetes clustered environment, another is the OpenShift cluster environment. Also, we are going to discuss about the secrets, because if your image registry is the private emoji is the private one. Okay, so you also need to configure secret in your cluster environment to pull this image. So let me go ahead here first. Let me show you okay, so this is my Git repository, and here Docker Hub. Okay, Docker Hub, this image repository we are going to use, and you can see here it is the private one. Okay, if I click over it and if I show you the build pipeline which we have created in our previous video, so this is the build pipeline we have created. Okay, and that's it. So because it is a private repository, so we also need to create secret into the cluster environment to pull this image. Okay, and the second repository we are going to use is the qa.io. Okay, it is the Red Hat one and also a very popular image repository. Here you can see it is our repository. Okay, and this one is not the private. Okay, this one is the public repository. Okay, so no secret need to be created here, anyone can use this image. Okay, and I have also created a build pipeline here as well. Okay, as we did for Docker Hub in our last video, same way we can create the build pipeline here as well. Okay, with the Git. Okay, so now let me give you some brief introduction what we are going to do here today. Okay, so here you can see two screens here. One is the blue screen, another is the red screen. Blue screen is having my Kubernetes cluster environment, and in red screen we are going to use OpenShift cluster. Okay, so both I will show you how we can deploy this CI/CD. Okay, means starting from the developer, we are going to change some things in the application, and then how we are going to deploy it into the cluster environment, Kubernetes, as well as into the OpenShift. Okay, so how we are going to achieve this? Let me show you some code snippet. I am inside the Kubernetes folder. So here in Kubernetes, two files we are having here. One is the deployment.yaml, another is the service.yaml. Okay, so if I click on deployment.yaml, so here we are, so it is kind deployment. Application name is hello. Here you can see image pull secrets. Okay, image pull secrets are my Docker. Okay, so you need to create the secret. Okay, and how you can create the secret? This is the command in the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, kubectl create secret Docker registry. Okay, you are creating it for Docker registry. Okay, and then your secret name hyphen Docker server. Okay, you are, if you are going to create it for Docker one, Docker Hub, then you need to provide the docker.io. If you are going to create for qa, then you need to provide here qa.io. Then your username, user ID, password, and your email. That's it. Okay, it will create your secret, and once the secret is there, you can use it here. Okay, only then, because it is a private repository, only then, because this is the Docker Hub. Okay, from it will get the image from the Docker Hub. And another important thing is the image pull policy should be always. Okay, so here are two things. Okay, if your image tag is not latest, here as you can see my image tag is not the latest one. Okay, it is using some other other than latest, right? QA. Okay, So if image tag is not latest, in that case what will happen, it will only pull the image first time only, okay, and then it will store this image internally into the cluster environment itself, okay. And again, once again if you redeploy your application, it will not pull the image from the image repository, and it will use the image from internal source only, okay. That's why we need to provide it always. That's this line is very important here if you are going to imply CI/CD through the Docker Hub or through the QA.io, okay. So this should be always. And then this is an environment variable we are giving here. Its name is Kubernetes, and we are going to show you once we will run our application, okay, that this application is running from the Kubernetes environment. That's it, okay. I am clicking on the hello service.yaml now. So this very simple service, we are going to use node port, okay. So if you are not having ingress service, if you are not having ingress service in your Kubernetes cluster, then you can use the node port, okay. How node port is useful? Node port will use public IP of any of your worker node, okay. And then in this way, by using the Kubernetes proxy, your application will be accessible outside of your cluster environment, okay. And now I am moving to the OpenShift, okay. So inside OpenShift, I am having these three files. One is the deployment.yaml. Deployment.yaml is very simple, like for the communities, okay. Application name is hello again, and here you can see image pull policy is always. It is getting image from the QA.io, okay. And since it is the public image, so no secret need to be set here. And again, environment variable we are giving here, and with the name OpenShift, okay. And then in the service, it's a very simple. It is going to use the internal service of the OpenShift, okay. It is kind of ingress, okay. And then route, okay. So route we will create. So let me go ahead and start executing our command here. So let me first see if what all we are having in the Kubernetes, okay. So kubectl get all, okay. So it will return all the resource. Same way, if we execute oc get all in the OpenShift environment, let's see the output of the both. Okay, yeah. So in Kubernetes, we are just running a Kubernetes service is currently running, as well as in the OpenShift environment, no resource is currently running. Okay, so what we are going to do? Let me deploy our application first on the Kubernetes environment, then we will deploy application into the OpenShift environment. Okay, so let me go ahead here, kubectl apply -f and our deployment file, okay, hello deployment.yaml. So let first apply it. Okay, so deployment has been created. Now let me also deploy our service hello service.yaml, okay. So I hope our application should be up and running in the Kubernetes environment now. So let me go ahead and see what all it has been created by using kubectl.get all. Okay, so our pod has been created. You can see it is up and running here, and the service hello is also created. Okay, and if you see the port hook here, okay, this is the complete port. Okay, so you can see our container is listening on the port 8080, and this 31736, okay, this is one is the node port, okay. So we will going to use this port once we will accessing our application, okay. And then the deployment is also created, and replica set is also created, okay. So let me go ahead and see our worker node IP, okay, because we need the worker node public IP to access our application, okay. So for it, this is the command to get, because I am using IBM cloud for the Kubernetes, okay. So I am getting the IP of worker node now. So this command will return the public IP of worker node. Okay. till the time this command is executing. Okay, let we start deploying the things on OpenShift environment. Okay, so for it, OC apply -f and our hello deployment YAML. Okay, deployment created. Now let we create the service here. Okay, hello service YAML. Okay, meantime it has also returned the Kubernetes environment also had returned the public IP. This one is the public IP of our worker node. Okay, this is the worker node. Okay, so this is the public IP of a worker node. Okay, so let me first finish all the things for the OC, then we will go there. Okay, so so far in the OpenShift environment we have deployed our application as well as we have created the service. Now next thing is to create the route of our application. Okay, so hello route.yaml. Okay, so route also has been created. If we see Oshi get pods, so our pod is up and running, and see Oshi get service, then our service is also created. Now we get the OC get route. Okay, so this is the our route. Okay, so let me first see the output of our OC cluster. Okay, OpenShift cluster into the browser. Okay, so let go inside the browser and paste the route. Okay, so our application is running. Okay, here you can see run environment is OpenShift. It is saying, okay, run environment OpenShift, and its version is application version is version 1.0. Okay, now let we run from the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so this is our IP. Okay, so let we copy this public IP, and our node port is 31736. Okay, so and port 31736 here. Okay, here you can see run environment is Kubernetes. Okay, and application version is 1. Okay, now okay, so in this way you have seen that how it's get the image, pull the image from the image repository, and deployed the application. Okay, now we go ahead and change something inside our application so that I can show you how it will automatically build and then deploy it into our cluster. Okay, both OpenShift as well as Kubernetes. Okay, so let me go ahead and change something in our Java file. Okay, I am just changing it very only the version. Okay, from version 1.02 I am changing it to version 2.0. That's it. Okay, that's a small change I have made here. Let me go inside the Git and add these changes in our Git repository. Okay. Um, I am now pushing these changes into the Git repository. Okay, and as soon as I will push this change in the git, okay, our build should be initiated. Okay, so let me show you the build pipeline which we have created. Let me first see the QA build pipeline. Let me refresh this page. Okay, build should be initiated now. Let's see here. Okay, the new build has been automatically initiated as soon as we pushed our code into the git repository. Okay, so in the qa.io, a new build has been initiated. If you wanted to check the log of this build, you can see. Okay, it is currently preparing the build node, and then it will starting the building our application. Okay, first it will fetch all the code from the git, and then it will find the docker file inside my code, and by using this docker file it will start preparing the image, and once the image is ready, it will save this image inside the qa.io repository, from where we will use this image into our cluster environment, either Kubernetes cluster or the OpenShift cluster. Okay, same way if we go into the Docker Hub now, okay, and if we see, let me refresh this page as well. So this build also be initiated till now. Okay, let me see. uh, yeah, so here you can see this build is currently in process. Okay, this build is currently is running a minute ago. Okay, if we click over here, then you can see the build log as well. Okay, so as of now log are not available, so because build is currently in process. So once the processing is complete, you can see the log as well. If there is any kind of error in the log, then okay, then you can see. Okay, here you can see. So as I told you, it find the docker file in the code. Okay, and by using this docker file, it's starting all these commands whatever we have written in inside the docker. Okay, so it is executing all the commands. Okay, so this docker build completed and pushed. Okay, pushed means pushed back into the image repository itself. Okay, it's now saying docker file build completed and pushed. Okay, so our new version of image is available into the qa.io. So let we go ahead inside our OpenShift environment, because in OpenShift cluster we are using this this qa.io image repository. Okay, so to redeploy this, what we need to do, we have to provide a command. We have to just restart the deployment. That's it. Okay, nothing else we have to do. So or we, if you want everything automated, then you can create a kind of script, or you can create a kind of webhook between your repository and your OpenShift environment. Okay, but it is not recommended, because in the live environment, okay, it should not be the automatic. Okay, so for this we have to execute command oc rollout what, restart our deployment, and deployment name is hello. Just this command we have to provide. Okay, and it will restart our deployment. Okay, so it is saying deployment restarted. If we go and check oc get pods hyphen w, let me see what it is saying. Okay, now here you can see it is creating the, so means it is previous container, it is terminating, and it's created a new container. Okay, with this name. Okay, so our new version of application should be available into the OpenShift environment. Let me go and check into the browser. Okay, this is the application was running from the OpenShift. So let me go and refresh this page. It should show version 2 now. Yes, so it is showing version 2.0 now. Okay, running from the OpenShift environment. Okay, let me check if our Docker build has been completed or not. So let me refresh this page at the Docker Hub side. Okay, yes. So you can see the the complete log here. Okay, and in the last you can see build finished successfully. Okay, and with this image, okay, and everything. Okay, so let what we do here, um, we go back to our Kubernetes. Okay, and here let we apply the command kubectl restart, um, sorry, kubectl rollout, restart, deployment, and hello. Yes, so it's restarted. Let we go and check whether our image has been updated here or not. Okay, so let me refresh it. Yes, you can see it's showing the version 2, so our image has been updated here also. Okay, so that's all for this tutorial. In this tutorial, now your this pipeline is complete. Okay, means starting from the Git. Okay, then we are building the image in the Docker, and then we are pushing and sorry, we are pulling this image from the Kubernetes and the OpenShift cluster. Okay, so the complete CI/CD pipeline here in the two parts, in the DevOps tutorial part 1 and DevOps tutorial part 2. Okay, thanks for watching.